Hi, and welcome to the Detroit Future Schools Day 1 tutorial. Detroit Future Schools is an in-school program which partners digital media artists with classroom teachers for 1 year, with the purpose of creating spaces in schools for humanizing education to emerge and thrive. When educators, youth, and community members embrace their full humanity, it allows us to envision and actualize a more just, creative, and collaborative world. Now, to know DFS is to experience it, but it is critical to go through the DFS zine and familiarize yourself with the program and the toolkit. The first day of school is a make or break time of the year. Here are some tips to follow in order to establish a strong foundation that will allow DFS's purpose to manifest in your classroom. On day 1, as students enter the room, make sure that they see both you and your artists and are greeted warmly and are clearly directed to sit down and wait for further instructions. The teacher and the artist should be there together, if not on the first day, at least the first week, to introduce themselves, the DFS program, and the classroom protocols and expectations. The teacher should pass out an outline of the classroom agreements and expectations. Although you may choose to establish a set of classroom norms with your students at the start of the year, you as the adult facilitator should establish at least a set of non-negotiables or baseline agreements and norms to begin with. The artist should then have an opportunity to introduce DFS and the network, which will include the purpose of the program, the big and essential questions they will be investigating for the year, and a few student-centered and created media samples. So what should a DFS classroom look like? Here are a few things that should be clearly visible in the DFS room. Your big and essential questions, your purpose of education, a set of principles to ground your classroom practices, a media project workflow poster, formation of desks if possible, the DFS 11 essential skills, Bloom's taxonomy, debate signs placed in 4 corners of the room, the debate rules, which should be posted up after the first debate has concluded, and signs with directions for each classroom protocol. Next, what are some basic protocols to introduce and establish in your classroom? As students enter the room, they should know what's expected of them. For example, what might a student who is at attention look like in your classroom? Here's a sample of a protocol. By the time the tardy bell is sounded, students are in their seats and working. There should be a protocol for when students are late. Students who are late may enter with a pass. If they do not have a pass, there should be a protocol to enter. For example, students who are late without a pass must be directed to complete a written prompt at least half a page long. These prompts should be posted outside of the classroom. Their response becomes their pass back into the classroom. For those students who are in class on time, they should know how to set up their desks and engage with the task at hand without you having to direct them every day. Here's an example for this start of class protocol. Their desks must be free of distractions. You may ask that nothing should be on their desks except their notebooks in front of them while they work on their bell work. At the top right corner of their desk should be their books, their planner, and their homework resting on top so you can easily check it or collect it as they complete their bell work. You as the teacher should walk around and check or collect students' homework. At this time, you should also guide students who are not at attention and gently remind them of your protocols. The bell work must be in the same place every day posted in the classroom so that students know where to look without having to be asked. You should have them practice a variety of bell work assignments, at least 3 to 5. The bell work should not be busy work, but rather high-level mini challenges that the students are eager to engage in and sad to miss. Once time is up for the bell work, it should be reviewed, shared out, or collected. Ideally, there would be time for students and the teacher to challenge one another's claims or answers. Once the do now or bell work portion of the class is complete, students should be directed to write down their homework for the day and the week, and ideally walk through major projects or events that are upcoming in the next month or so. You should then be able to transition smoothly into your lesson of the day. A quick rule of thumb about lessons and learning: if it's not fun and challenging, then it's not authentic learning. At the end of class, leave time for students to collect themselves, ask questions, and/or share epiphanies. At exit, have students clear their desks and stand behind their chairs. Ensure that all students have cleared their areas before you dismiss them. There should be a set of community agreements or norms for how the people in class communicate with each other. Here are 2 suggested norms or discussion agreements that should be established in your classroom. Slant is a great acronym that can be quickly said and repeated when someone is not engaging with the classroom dialogue and work. Slant stands for sit up, listen, ask and answer questions, nod, and track the speaker. A second norm is known as one mic. Only one person should hold the floor at any one time in class. This rule also applies to teachers. Now that's the end of the Detroit Future Schools Day 1 tutorial. We hope it'll be of some help.